Guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I figured I would do a full face of fall makeup, and I did a mixture of like high-end and like affordable like drugstore makeup products. So if you guys want to see what I come up with, then of course let's get started. Alright, so just to address the elephant in the room, my shirt is not a fall shirt. That's because all of my fall clothes is still like packed up. I haven't like swapped out my clothes yet. So we're gonna ignore the fact that my shirt is not fall related and just move on into the actual tutorial. So I'm just gonna start off by priming my eyes using my Broadway Color Eyeshadow Primer. I have a mixture of like old products and new products for today's video. So just gonna give you guys a mixture of both old and new. Alright, so for our eyeshadow palette, I did pick up the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat eyeshadow palette. When I seen the launch on Trendmood, I thought it was really cute. They did come out with two eyeshadow palettes, this one and also another one. You guys notice it's pretty much like more of my color scheme in terms of colors. The other one was kind of outside my comfort zone, so I mean, I know I probably should have went that way in terms of like just kind of challenging myself, but I told you guys, because I buy makeup out of my own personal money, I like to get what I want and what I prefer. So I did get this one. It does say it's coffee scented on it, so let's open her up. All right, so here is what the actual palette look like. So really pretty neutral, like everyday type of palette, super easy to work with. It smells like coffee beans. It smells like coffee beans, but not in the most like pleasant type of way. So I personally don't really care for the scent of it because it smells like fake coffee beans, but the scent isn't overpowering to where it's like hitting you in your face. You actually have to like put up to your nose to smell it. So diving into the palette, I'm gonna take this color right here. It's gonna be like this nudish orange color and just use that as my crease color. All right, so you do get some pigment on the brush, which is pretty good. It does have some kickback, so again, if fallout bothers you, you will get fallout with this particular color. I have no idea what look I'm gonna do yet. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow like I always do. I'm pretty sure something will come to mind. All right, going back into the palette, I'm gonna take this color right here in this corner and also apply that to my crease as well. I like to have like a little bit of orange in my crease. I just think it looks really good for my skin complexion. So just want to put just a little bit of orange in here. It's almost like a orange brown, more so on the brown side type of color. These shadows are super easy to blend and is also really pigmented as well. All right, so going on into the lid color, I think I want to take all of these like lid colors are pretty much like within my wheelhouse. So I think for today's video, I'm actually gonna take this matte shade right here and just apply that to my lid. And because it's a matte color, I'm just going to pack it just to get the most color payoff. And just taking my brush from earlier, no additional product, and just blend out these lines. All right, I'm just gonna take this color. It's almost like a mustardy brown kind of color right here, and just add a little bit to my crease. Just gonna go a little bit higher up here. Alright, so I'm not gonna put anything in the outer V since it's pretty much like a dark look as it is, an all matte look. So jumping on into the face, I'm gonna take my Rare Beauty. It's going to be the Always an Optimist. I was gonna say eyeshadow primer, but face primer just to prime my face. I did feature this in my first impressions of Rare Beauty, so I figured I would just use it again. And I told you guys that you do have that like pearlescent color to the primer. However, there is no shimmer in it, so which is good. Like, I don't mind the shimmer because I have dry skin and I think it gives you a nice like healthy glow as long as it's nothing that's chunky. But this one doesn't have any kind of like shimmer, even though you have that pearlescent look to the actual primer. So if you want to try it, keep that in mind. I told you guys in the video, you don't have to like buy it, and I still feel the same way about it. You don't have to buy it, but it's still a really pretty like good decent primer. So for foundation, I'm going to take my Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. I have mine in the shade called 120 Caramel. Just going to use that as my foundation for today. I'm not gonna do 2 pumps because, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. It's actually 10 o'clock at night. So I'm filming pretty late. I did have to work today. I went in at 8 o'clock this morning, so I'm really tired, but I need to get some videos filmed. So that's why I am filming so late. So with that being said, I'm just gonna keep it as just 1 layer because, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, so we don't have to do the full on glam with 2 layers. 1 will suffice for the video. All right, and then you guys already know, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just go ahead and just make sure we have no harsh lines. All right, you guys, so for my concealer, I did select my Oma Beauty. Is going to be the Stay Woke Brightening Concealer. I have it in the shade called Brown Sugar T2. So here is what the packaging looks like. I told you guys I love this concealer. It is so pretty on the skin, blends out really nicely, and it's a really good concealer. It looks kind of orange against this foundation shade, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. I feel like this concealer looks really good with the actual foundation as far as the shade. All right, that's enough concealer. Let me put more on my forehead. Just gonna take our sponge and blend. But yes, it's a really nice concealer, super easy to blend out. You get really good coverage with it, and it looks really good under the eyes as well. So it's definitely one of my top 5 in terms of like something not from the drugstore. It's really good. You guys remember how in the past I would do like my fall series where I would have like a full week dedicated to like strictly fall videos? I would love to do that again this year because I want to say I did it twice so far in terms of like years. But I can't, listen, like I can't even commit to doing that because y'all, like when I say life right now is so hectic and crazy, and with work and just everything, I could barely commit to my freaking regular uploading schedule. So as much as I would love to do that again this year and keep the tradition going, I'm not even gonna like play myself and, you know, attempt to do that because I can't guarantee that. I'm still gonna upload fall content for you, but I just can't do the fall series. All right, so for my under eye setting powder, I did choose my Laura Mercier. I have not used this in so long, so I figured I would just pull this out for today's video since we're doing a mixture of high-end and, you know, affordable drugstore makeup. So I do have mine in the shade called Translucent. So I figured since I haven't used it in so long, I was like, girl, just pull it out for today's video. Let her make an appearance. So that's what we are doing today. I swear this powder, like, it never fails me. It looks so good under the eyes. All right, and then for my over finishing powder, I'm gonna take my Sephora Micro Smooth. It's in the color called Deep, number 56. Just gonna take that to set the rest of my face. Love this powder as well. Those two are pretty much like my favorite high-end duos for my face and loose powder. I want to try the loose powder by Collab. I keep hearing like really good things about it, so I do want to try that. I just hope they have a color for your woman of color, but again, I keep hearing really good things about it, so I do want to pick that up eventually and try that for you guys. Because I mean, I love my other loose powders from the drugstore, but I'm just looking for, besides my Airspun, I'm looking for like that one that's going to like just knock my socks off. Because I feel like the other ones, they're just like, they're okay, if that makes sense. I just want one that's like amazing. All right, so moving on into my bronzer, I did select the Alamar Cosmetic. It's going to be the Brightening and Bronze Complexion Trio. If you don't know, Alamar is going to be now sold at Target. So if you wanted to like give them a try, now is your chance, because of course they're now sold at Target. So I'm just going to take the shade. It's going to be Cinnamon Sugar and Oil Morena. Just gonna take those two, mix it together. All right, going back into the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat eyeshadow palette, I'm just gonna take the shade called, well, the names are back here, but it's kind of hard to line it up. I'm just gonna take this shade right here that we use on our lid and just run that on my bottom line. And I'm also gonna mix this shade right here along with it. All right, and then for blush, I did pull out my e.l.f. It's gonna be their little like sticks. I have the one called Sparkling Rose, and I also have the one called Luminous Berry. So I just want to see which one, because I didn't use these in my full face of e.l.f. So I told you guys I would just pull it out for another video. So I think these are so bright. All right, I think I'm gonna use the one called Sparkling Rose. Just gonna take a little bit on my hand. That's pretty. That's really pretty. And I'm just pulling the product back. It's really pretty. There is some shimmer in there, so keep that in mind. But it's easy to blend out. It's super pigmented, but at the same time, it does sheer out very easily. And I'm gonna take my Profusion blush palette. So I told you guys initially in that e.l.f. video that I could see these being like really great like bases for actual like powder blushes. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the blush right here and just put it right on top of the e.l.f. blush. You guys, I do have lashes on. So moving back into the face, I'm gonna take my In Studio highlighter. I'm just gonna use this as my highlighter option for today because it's very pretty. And this one is called Hyper Glow. You can get it at Walmart. They have like the little end cap with their products on it, so definitely check it out. It's really pretty, super pigmented, and again, it's called Hyper Glow. It is a really pretty like bronzy type of color. You guys already know that's my preference. So just gonna highlight my face. And I'm not gonna lie, you do get quite a bit of kickback with it, so just keep that in mind. Like, it is so pigmented, wet, smooth. It's not chunky like you would think for the price it would be, but y'all, this is like perfect, like perfect. I'm gonna take a little bit on my nose. All right, and blend it out a little bit. All right, so here is how the face is looking. And then for the lips, I did pick up 3 of the Wet n Wild lip glosses from the Coffee Cat collection. I got the one called La Vida Mocha. Let me just clean off my hands and then I'll just swatch those for you. All right, so here is the first one. Again, this one is called La Vida Mocha. It looks more like on the nude side, but swatched on my hand, it's more like that nudish, pinkish kind of color. So again, here is that one. And then the next one is called No FOMO. It's going to be like your true pink. And honestly, you guys, like when I seen it online, it didn't look like these colors didn't look like this. So when I actually got the packaging, I was just like, this is not what I thought. So I was kind of disappointed, to be honest with you, because again, what I saw online to what I got is not really the same thing. But anyways, this one is called No FOMO. It's kind of similar to Live in Vida on my skin complexion. Those two aren't really like my preference. The one that really did catch my attention is the one called Deja Brew. This looks more like my speed in terms of colors. So let's swatch that one. Yeah, that's more of my speed. Only thing is, it's gonna match too close to my eyes, so I may not do it. But here is Deja Brew. And these do have that same like coffee smell, so this is more my speed, but again, it's too close to my eyes, so I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the one called La Vida Mocha and just pair it with a brown lip liner. So I did select my Revolution Pro lip liner in the color called TGIF. I did feature this in a haul video, so just gonna line my lips with it. Just gonna take my Believe Beauty is gonna be the Makeup Perfecting Setting Spray and just set my face. And yeah, you guys, this is pretty much going to be the completed look for my first fall makeup tutorial on my channel. And I really like how everything turned out. I really enjoy the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. It's super pigmented. You do get some kickback with it, so keep that in mind. But I do kind of feel like it's pretty much like your standard good quality eyeshadows from Wet n Wild. So again, I was very happy with the eyeshadow palette. Again, you can pick it up on their website. I know Ulta also has it as well. And again, it's going to be the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat edition. So here is another look, really pretty for the fall. In terms of the lip gloss, I can probably do without the actual like colors of the lip gloss. I do like this one color right here, but these two I can pretty much do without it. This paired with the brown lip liner is not bad, but again, it's not what I wanted, to be honest with you. So does it feel comfortable? Yes. Is it pigmented in terms of actual color payoff? Yes. But I just kind of feel like I could have done without the lip gloss, to be honest with you. So everything in my collection I already pretty much used and played with, so those products pretty much weren't new. So again, love the way everything turned out. Super cute, a mixture of high-end and of course affordable and drugstore makeup products. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to give it 2 thumbs up. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below what other video should I film next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.